Oh!
Step number 1. On the 16th day of November, year not specified, 2 men were brought to the office of the Assistant District Attorney, Borough of Manhattan, City of New York. I sent for them.
That's the 28th time you've done that. Not a single miss.
Yeah. We've seen your act, Charlie. What are we waiting for?
You.
You got no reason to hold us. Look, we've been here an hour and a half.
Settle back. We work an 8-hour day downtown. Now, once more. $3,126 stolen from John P. O'Hara, Acme Produce.
That's what the paper said.
Both of you worked there. Both of you were fired a month ago.
Now, there's a hot flash. Look, Charlie, a lot of guys work at Acme.
We're interested in 2. The same ones that were there November 14th.
Who you got who'll swear in court he saw us?
You wonder how these guys keep their jobs, don't you, Roy? All these law books around. You ever read one, Charlie? Me and Roy did. We come across this on page 1.
You got no case against us, and you know it. Before you can convict a man, you gotta have somebody stand up in court, point a finger, say, I seen him. Now, when you get that, not before, you call our lawyer. See one?
Mr. Hara?
Yeah.
Positive identification? State that under oath, Mr. Hara, and we'll wrap this up.
Yes, sir.
Our office will be in touch with you. 10 minutes in court, you'll put him in a steel box.
Yeah. Mr. Bonacorsi, I got a good business in my district. I worked a long time to get that business and to build it up. The money they stole was insured.
Yeah?
Well, it's not just them. There's Gola and Dunn. They got the mob behind them.
That's exactly why we want them. Mr. Hara, as long as we have the help of people like you, we can bomb these punks.
Yes, sir.
You're a smart man, Mr. Hara, and you're a good citizen. You know if you go along with them, you're bound to get the short end of the stick. Make a deal with them once, and they've got you on the hook. Phony robberies, payoffs, extortion. They'll bleed you for your last dollar.
Yes, sir. I know all that.
Fine. We'll be in touch. Thanks, Mr. Hara. I'll have a man drive you home.
Mr. Bonacorsi, you're a busy man. I'm sorry I wasted your time.
What do you mean?
Forget about me. I can't see any reason to get involved here. These men. You can handle it without me.
You afraid, Mr. O'Hara?
I am. Not only for me. I've got a family.
You got a broken nose, too. Help us put these men where they can't step on anybody else.
I'm sorry. I can't do it. You understand, Mr. Bonacorsi. I know. You tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me.
You'll have to ask somebody else.
Who's that?
The next man they kick in the gut.
Look at it this way, Charlie. You spent 7 years in law school. Me, I'm at PS 10 all my life. And I bet I got enough loot to buy this building. That's the story, Charlie. You go to college to learn to be dumb.
Let him go.
Now, there's a smart man, ain't he, Roy? Many thanks, Charlie, for a dull morning.
You keep your mouth shut. Now carry this with you.
Next time we put a collar on you, it'll stay.
I wouldn't plan on that if I was you.
That's the one big difference.
Huh?
You're not me.
Step number 2. 1 hour later, District Attorney Special Investigator Shannon went to Pier 90 at the foot of 50th Street.
We got trouble.
Yeah, I know. Bonacorsi passed the word.
O'Hara changed his mind.
Where do I fit in?
Sell O'Hara on testifying. Bonacorsi wants you to stick to him like a mustard plaster.
Suppose he doesn't have a cold.
You figure a way to stay with him till we can bring this to a head.
That's not gonna be easy.
Bonacorsi feels the old boy will come around if we give him a low-pressure sell. You know, give him assurance. Convince him he'll be safe if he works with us.
It's a double-edged saw. Suppose I sell O'Hara and the mob picks up the rumble.
We don't ask you how you spend your paycheck. Good luck.
Man on a tightrope, huh?
That's it. And you'll be working without a net.
Step number 3. That afternoon, Shannon tried to find a cover that would keep him close to O'Hara without arousing suspicion. Mr. Harder, please. Harry?
Yeah,
Shannon. Look, Harry, do you still handle Acme Produce?
sure. In fact, we just paid off on a robbery claim.
Let me make the survey for you, Harry. Cover me if you get any calls. I'll use the name Moore, Jack Moore.
All right with me. Little out of your line as a private eye, though, isn't it? What's your angle?
Inflation, Harry.
Huh?
I'm trying to buy my vegetables wholesale.
What's this all about? I paid my premiums.
Just standard procedure, Mr. O'Hara. After any major loss, we like to make a thorough check. You know, security precautions, payroll handling, condition of locks.
I see.
Well, if it's okay with you, I'll go to work then. Have to look at some more of your records, talk to a few of your people here.
Yes, sir. Yeah? Oh? Oh, him? He's just another salesman. Yeah.
Anything wrong, Mr. O'Hara?
I'm afraid you'll have to come back tomorrow. I'm going home.
It's a little early to close up, isn't it?
I should have done it 10 years ago.
Step number 4. Shannon tailed O'Hara to his apartment on East 28th Street.
John, there's only one thing to do. We've got to leave for a while.
That won't settle it. They'll be here when I get back.
Terrible, that's all I can say. Here's me sister May and me brother-in-law John in terror for their lives, persecuted by the toughs in the law like. Black and tans, I call it.
When did you tell Mr. Bonacorsi, May?
I told him you were out. He's called twice since then.
Well, we can't keep that up forever, can we?
No, we can't.
Just today, Gola and Dunn called me. Looking in the office window they were. Probably right now they're out there watching me.
Hey, Dad, thought you were gonna fix this last night.
Well, leave us alone, son, will you, please?
Unc, do you know anything about electric motors?
And the Kelly family, me boy. The men are all thinkers, not mechanics. Say, I've got it, John. You tell the district attorney this. You go into him and you say, District Attorney, yes, I'll testify. But in return, I'll expect the government to send me and me family, including me brother-in-law Rory Kelly, on a bit of a holiday. Say, California.
Please, Rory. No jokes. Not now.
Oh, I'll make no jokes, John. But this I will say. I'm going to stay right here until I make you do your duty. Till you stand up in court bold and proud. Do your duty, man. Do your duty.
Oh, sure, Rory. If it was up to you, you'd stand up in court, would you?
That I would. Bold and proud.
And if the mob killed you? What then, Rory?
What then? Then I'd be thankful to God for the fine wake they'd give me.
That night, Shannon succeeded in renting quarters directly across the courtyard from the O'Hara apartment. The next day, posing as a representative of the insurance company, Shannon began to work on O'Hara. The job wasn't easy.
Of course, all the locks in the world won't do any good if it's an inside job. Like the last one.
What do you mean by that now?
Former employees.
And where did you hear that?
Around here.
I'm just beginning to see now. You're trying to get back the insurance money.
We're just trying to prevent the same thing from happening again. But this case is settled as long as the men are identified.
Well, they're not, see? You get this straight, they're not. You going around here believing those rumors? A grown man like yourself, you ought to know better.
What's the matter, Mr. O'Hara?
There's nothing the matter, nothing.
Tell me about it. I'm your friend. You can talk to me.
I'm scared, Mr. Moore. I'm scared to death.
It's private property, Charlie.
That makes us even. We both know.
You're a trespasser, hotshot.
I work here.
Ain't that cute? We work here, too. What department you in?
The front office. Why?
So that why. Stick around, Charlie. We want to check your employment application.
Step number 5. Later that night, Shannon went to an address on East 24th Street, a downstairs apartment.
Either you bruise easy or you can't make friends.
Well, I'll last a long time on this job if I don't bleed to death.
Well, and of course, he said you wanted to see me. What's up?
Those two punks, Gold and Dunn, they're sure curious.
Yeah, we know. We've had a man on you.
Where was he an hour ago?
There's a pool room near O'Hara's warehouse. They've been down there trying to run a make on you.
What do you suggest? Shall I try for a broken back?
The point is you haven't moved O'Hara yet. And if the mob blows your cover, we'll never sell him.
Yeah, I know.
You'll find that pool hall right across the street from the warehouse. Be careful.
Yeah. Tell me something, Carney. While I'm up at the front, what are you doing?
Now, who do you think is watching you?
Let me get this straight, Charlie. You're trying to work both sides of the street, that it?
That's the general idea.
Uh-huh. Let's have a cold soda. Three Dr. Browns.
Right.
Seen a guy in the movies do this once. You like celery tonic?
Do I have a choice?
Where's the hooker, Charlie?
There isn't any. I told you I need dough. This outfit I work for harder, they don't pay anything. I'm in there doing the survey on Acme. I see O'Hara, he acts scared. I figure maybe there's some outside bucks for me.
Where do we fit in?
You knocked over the place the other night, that's what I hear.
Oh! You need an ear horn, Charlie.
I didn't say I knew it, I heard it. Around the warehouse, some of the boys that work there.
Which boys?
O'Hara's willing to pay off for protection now. I could let him know, maybe, that he could buy you guys off.
Not a bad caper.
Maybe. Talk dollars, Charlie.
I'll be reasonable, but don't crowd me. Give me a few days to work out a pitch to O'Hara.
Tomorrow.
That's what I like about you. You're not in a hurry.
You come to us, Charlie.
I need more time. What difference will a couple of days make?
To us, none.
So?
To you, it might affect your breathing.
40 minutes later, Shannon went to the O'Hara apartment. There was no time to hedge the bet now. He had to lay it on the line without giving away his identity.
Say, haven't I seen you someplace? Maybe here in this building?
I'm with the insurance company. I'm doing some work down at the warehouse. Maybe that was it.
Oh.
Moore, I'm tired tonight. I'll see you at the office in the morning.
I'd like to talk to you, Mr. O'Hara.
You already did. You told me to put on burglar boxes.
You've had an inside robbery, and you know who did it. The authorities have told my company the whole story.
Moore, you get this straight. I'm tired of being told what to do, insurance company or no. This ain't your affair.
Why won't you testify? Tell the court what you know.
I got a family to think of, and myself. I ain't cut out to be a hero. I just want to live at peace with what I got. You must know how I feel.
I know this. You're in more danger if you run than if you stand up and send them to jail.
John, the lad's right.
You keep out of this, Rory. Now listen, Mr. Moore. You've got my final say, the same as I told the district attorney. Now I want to hear no more of it, you hear?
John, you're the fool of the world.
Can a man be left alone, just left alone to live in peace with himself?
Who are you talking to, Mr. O'Hara? Me or your conscience?
For nearly 2 hours, Shannon remained in the O'Hara apartment. The answer was the same. O'Hara still refused to identify Gola and Dunn. Step number 6. The next day, shortly after 4 p.m., O'Hara called a Harder insurance company and asked that Shannon be taken off the job. Step number 7. Since O'Hara had refused to talk further with Shannon, he went to the O'Hara apartment. He felt that with the aid of the brother-in-law, Rory Kelly, he might be able to figure a way to convince O'Hara to testify, and time was running out.
Oh, Mr. Moore, I'm glad you're here. Come in quickly. About 30 minutes ago, little Mike was walking home from school, and a man stopped and threatened him.
Know who it was?
Well, I don't, though I think John does.
Go on.
Well, the man told the boy that if John testified in court, that the boy had better not walk the streets unless he was holding on to the hand of a cop.
Where's Mike now?
May went to pick him up. He showed good sense. He went right back to school and straightway to the principal's office.
Sounds like you got everything under control.
Oh, no, not quite, Mr. Moore. Though May told me not, the fool that I am, I rang up John and told him. And he said he knew who it was that threatened the boy, and he's gone after him with a gun.
How long ago?
Oh, about 10 minutes ago. Well, now, if you're ringing up the warehouse, sure it's no use, for they close at 4:30.
We can try. No answer. O'Hara give you any idea where he was headed?
Not a word. I'll go get me hat and we'll both take a look.
You stay put. I got a hunch where he might be.
How is it that dirty hoodlums like this can threaten a little child?
I can answer that in one word. O'Hara. Gola and Dunn, they've been in here today?
I ain't seen him.
That brings you up to date, Al.
There's not much we can do until we locate O'Hara. Where are you calling from?
Fool Hall. Why'd you have to pull the tail off?
Same reason we're pulling you off.
I don't think we're out of business yet. I'm going to stay with it.
Look, Shannon, it's the taxpayers' money. I got word from upstairs. They told us to drop it until we can build a case.
We might have one for him. Murder.
Get an alarm out on O'Hara.
I just did.
Gola and Dunn. Thought you said they weren't in here today.
Everybody in New York drinks celery tonic.
I'll settle for 2.
Try someplace else.
You want to collect the deposit on these empties?
15 minutes ago.
Where'd they go?
You know about Hound.
If you don't give me some quick talk, you're going on a ground glass diet.
The warehouse.
Nothing to do now but wait. Get your hat.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
You're a joke, old man. Listen at him, Roy.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Take him, Roy.
I mean it. I'll kill you.
You ain't got the guts. Put that pop gun down.
You boys are moving a little fast, aren't you?
Mr. Moore.
Okay, Charlie, you win, you win. I'm a coward.
Now, punk, let's you and me go read a law book.
Are you sure you feel all right, Mr. O'Hara?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good.
Well, well, well. If it ain't the Bubsy twins again. You ain't got us now no better than you did the last time.
You know, there's one thing you cheap punks never seem to learn.
And what is that, Shorty?
It's a long alley that has no ash can. That one goes too, officer.
When am I due in court?
You'll be notified, Mr. O'Hara.
Just one more thing, Mr. Bonacorsi. I knew about Golo and Dunn, but that Mr. Moore, he just didn't seem like that kind.
Well, you never know, do you? You just can't trust anyone these days.